Ramadan is almost here. A more controversial topic, and that is the moon sighting.
I've seen some people take the extent of traveling on the day,
Okay.
which is just fast, bro. Like, it's not that hard, but
We're not as connected with the Qur'an as other communities are, unfortunately. So I think Ramadan is like really important.
I think in recent years, I mean, Imam Hussein TV's Shia voice show has had a big influence on the Qur'an. That's something that happens throughout the holy month of Ramadan.
The suhoor and the fatur, the iftar feasts that we have.
Bro, the smell of samosa brings me to Ramadan.
It does, honestly it does.
But you know, you mentioned the nights, the vibes. Listen,
The whole social aspect of it, I really enjoy.
do you think people go shisha more?
Possibly, I don't know. But
Ramadan is all about community. It's this essence of you're involved, you're integrated in things which you wouldn't be integrated in throughout the year.
Have you ever been stuck in traffic at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning? Only on Laylatul Qadr.
wow. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Shia Vibes podcast, the podcast that discusses different topics, themes and subjects within the Shia community. Tonight, inshallah, we're going to be going through Ramadan. I know we're a couple of moments away. It's very, very close. Everyone is eager and preparing for this very, very spiritual, sanctified month where there's a lot of reflection, there's a lot of discipline, and there's a lot to commemorate and a lot to pray for on the special nights of Qadr. Joining me for the discussion is Mr. Bollywood, South London's finest, Saif Ali Khan. Assalamu alaikum.
That intro is never going to change. Wa alaikum salam.
It's never going to change,
I
bro.
love it.
And also we have Imam Hussein TV's Stanmore ambassador, Mr. Ali Jagani. Assalamu alaikum. Kem cho boys. Very nice, mashallah. So Ramadan is almost here, and I guess the best place to start is, when do you start actually thinking about Ramadan? Is it in Sha'ban? Is it in, like, for example, the new year when it came and we're like, you know what, Ramadan's going to be quite early this year. It's going to be like, mid to late Feb. So it's not going to be too long till we start fasting. When do those thoughts start coming to your head that Ramadan is almost there?
For me, it was the first of Rajab.
Okay.
When my mom was just like, oh, if you haven't made any fast last year, make sure you make them up and whatnot. And I was thinking, there's loads of time. And then for some reason in my head, because obviously Ramadan only a few years ago was like summer, hot. So in your head, it's like,
remember that?
It's like a few months away.
Still
It's like,
you
wait until
May,
June or something.
I'm chilling. Yeah.
But then when you hear it's in February, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, first.
Mad. So yeah, it's come very quickly, but alhamdulillah, like now we can get there, inshallah.
I'll be honest with you, I think, it's very similar because, like, you grow up in a household where straight away, as soon as Rajab hits, my parents, most of my family, they start fasting. It's like a tradition, old school. Oh, we should fast as many as we can, prepare ourselves spiritually for Ramadan. So because you grow up in that environment, you're like, okay, I kind of have to be prepared because everyone's already preparing. So it's a nice way to prepare as well, because straight away from the time Imam Ali's birth happens and stuff, everyone's in that sort of, we're now in a vibe that this is all celebration time. Well, after Bibi Shahadat, it's all celebration now. There's only happiness coming. So it's nice. It's quite
Definitely.
nice.
What about you? Is it any different?
Yeah, so we're Khojas.
Yeah,
It's quite
because
similar
I
for-
know. I just wanted to know,
I
like,
don't know what Pakistanis do.
have you started fasting? Like, what's going on with you?
We fast in Rajab, we fast in Sha'ban. I think they say Rajab is the month of Amirul Mu'mineen, Sha'ban is the month of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, and then they say Ramadan is the month of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah.
And there's all these like different rituals and amal to do to help you in a way prepare for Ramadan. In the Pakistani community, it's probably the same as the Khoja community or any other community where we have our functions in Rajab and our commemorations, and in Sha'ban as well, there's a lot of festivity.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I like the 15th of Sha'ban because it's like a little taster or like a mini Laylatul Qadr.
Yeah, show me what I do.
There's amal all night, there's a lot of hajat, very specifically linked to the Imam of our time. May Allah hasten his reappearance. But it reminds you of the most powerful night. And when we look at the Qur'an, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr wa ma adraka ma laylatul qadr. Laylatul qadr khayrun min alf shahr. As in, what do you know about this night? It is greater than 80 months. I mean, the boys, we actually calculated what's 80 months. You know what I mean? And it works out to be something like 70 years. So that one night is equal to 70 years worth of worship, which is like a lifetime for some people. You know what I mean? That's just one, and you're getting three. So the preparation and looking forward to Ramadan, the whole cleansing, the whole detox, the whole spirituality and gaining nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and looking forward to not just the istishhad of Amir al-Mu'mineen, because that's very, very significant for us as Shia of Amir al-Mu'mineen, but also Laylatul Qadr for us to change the night of destiny. So yeah, it's
by the way, sorry, you were saying obviously that Rajab is the month of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Sha'ban the month of Rasulullah, and it's like taking your ways up like a stairway basically. And you start with Rajab, you're cleaning your soul, you're connecting with your Imam, then you're connecting with Rasulullah, and then obviously we've got the 15th of Sha'ban where we're remembering Imam al-Mahdi. It's like you've got now some dhikr of Allah, you've got the cleansing through the love of the Ahlulbayt, and then your soul is getting ready for the holy month of Ramadan, and then it reaches its peak, as you mentioned, Laylatul Qadr.
I think one of the beauties of the way it's set up as well is that if you look at, for example, Muharram, Safar, those 2 months come together, so it's a whole season for the Shia.
True.
I think these 3 months, they're another season in a sense, because Rajab starts prepping you in the sense that now you've got this thing that you've had both Imam Ali's Wiladat for that elevation, and then Bibi Zainab Shahadat for that real low. So you've had 2 really heavily emotional days. Then you have Mi'raj, you have all these events. A lot of people do Kunde, you have Niyaz, you have all these things to prepare you spiritually. And then from, I think, 1st to 15th Shaban, you've got Hazrat Ali Akbar, Imam Hussein, Imam Sajjad, Hazrat Abbas, you've got Hazrat Ali Asghar, Shah Qasim, you've got like Bibi Ruqayya, you've got so many different Mawlid to celebrate. Yeah, and then I'm saying, and then it leads up, I'm saying it builds up to Mawla Ghayanat, Imam Sa'id, all the way to Sahib al-Asr month. So Imam Ali, all the way to Sahib al-Asr month. So it's a whole step.
Yeah.
And then when you reach that 15th night, you've just now gone, okay, I've celebrated so much. Now I need to prepare myself that the best of months is coming. And for the best of months, Allah says, okay, do this amal. It's like a trial amal for you.
Do you know the other thing is that I've heard with Ramadan, there is so much barakah. They say even your breath is tasbih. You get thawab for breathing. Every word you recite of the Qur'an, you get a thawab of reciting the whole Qur'an.
Wow.
When you sleep is considered ibadat. So you get thawab for sleeping. Like the rewards are magnified so much that in a way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using Rajab and also Sha'ban to get you into practice of doing amal, to get you into practice of doing rituals, whether that's reciting Qur'an, praying nawafil. Even when they taught us in the Hawza, even to study is like a form of worship, ibadat. So to go over books, to learn new lessons, aqaid or history or Quranic tafsir, things like that, which I'd like to do in Ramadan personally.
Yeah.
I prefer to do Quranic tafsir and just to strengthen my connection with the Quran and understand what is this surah, who was it revealed to, why was it revealed, what is it saying. And the reality is every time you read a surah, it has a different meaning depending on what angle you look at it or what perspective you're reading it under. So there's always something to learn. There's always something new to learn about the Quran. So I think Ramadan is like really important for to focus on Quran.
I think with that, by the way, like I think in recent years, I mean, Imam Hussein TV's Shia voice show has had a big influence on the Quran. That's something that happens throughout the holy month of Ramadan. And just in our community alone, we started these Quran nights because people have taken that appreciation towards it, where throughout the month of Ramadan, we'll get reciters to come in and recite the Holy Quran. We've got a Quran Academy that's been running.
Nice.
And all of this is off the back of Ramadan, right? Like it all happens because of the specialness of that holy month. But unfortunately, you're right. It's like dust off the Quran.
There's one person I can say, and you probably guys know of her, Baneen Mirali. She runs Q Fatima. So that organization is amazing in the sense that what it done for myself, for example, is that it's brought the Quran to a whole different level. She built something called Q City. So the Quranic city. So each single surah of the Quran is a part of a city and they're categorized based on what the story is about, where they were revealed and stuff. So it tells the whole story of the Quran as though you're walking through a city. And it's amazing for the children because she built a physical landscape and then she's also done like pamphlets for each single Sipara, each single surah, and every surah has analysis. So for example, they even made, I don't know what they're called, where basically there's a storyline that connects each surah to the next surah. Okay. For example, Hud went to meet Saleh, who went to meet, and these are all from which surah to which surah. And then for example, if you walk through the city, there's just Anbiya corner, for example. Or this, and it's amazing because children who are as young as 4 now suddenly can memorize small surahs and have connected to the Quran in ways you've never seen before.
That's another thing. You know, when it comes to the Quran, you don't need to know the whole surah.
Yeah.
You just need to know an overview, a summary, which is enough. And it's just to help you refer back to that. And then you can, if you need a specific ayah, you know, okay, For example, if you're going to talk to me about what happened to Yusuf, I know straight away, Surah Yusuf. Let me read it out quickly. And I know roughly this happens and that happens and this happens because I've read it so many times. But then to find out specifically, you can just quickly go back. It's a good reference.
I know it sounds silly to ask, but I know every single Husseiniya, the Maulanas in Ramadan like to focus on Anbiya of some sort. And the favorite Anbiya I think I've seen in every Husseiniya seems to be Nabi Musa. Every, I don't know, Maulana I listen to seems to have a story about Nabi Musa. They link it to Nabi Musa. Fir'aun Musa. And I was thinking at one point, I was like, I hear so much about Nabi Musa. My mom's like, but have you actually taken the lessons? Have you actually gone and analyzed those lessons? So I went and, sat and read, and I was like, I realized that there's so many beautiful stories just from like 5 verses. Let's say you go and analyze about Nabi Musa, you can pick up so much. So the Qur'an is such an entity that there's so much to pick up from it.
And honestly, Nabi Musa is someone that's spoken about a lot in the Qur'an. Another thing that comes throughout the holy month of Ramadan is this like communal thing. And it's like, for example, connecting this concept of the Holy Qur'an and how people are with their community and stuff. I mean, it's something so special.
Yeah, inshallah. Brothers and sisters, please strengthen your connection with the Quran, and if Ramadan is the best time to do it, if not any time, inshallah. But let's go on to a more controversial topic in Ramadan. This happens every time. There's people sending messages, there's people busting, there's bare madness, and that is the moon sighting. And when does Ramadan start? Because depending on what marja you follow, depending on what center you belong to, everyone's starting on a different date. And by the way, this is not just us as Shia. This is a problem. I wouldn't say a problem, but this is something common also with the Sunni community as well. Certain mosques will follow Saudi Arabia or something like that. Others will refrain from it and be like, no, we're going to go with Al-Azhar in Egypt or, Morocco, or even I've got some centers who follow Pakistan. Whatever Pakistan say we're going to do it with them. So like, how does it work in your household or your community? Have you seen where you got a community, there's a couple of these that follow that marja, they're doing it tomorrow, a couple are doing it on this day. Do you, if one marja has announced, do you do an ihtiyat just in case and fast that day as well? And should we start with you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but with me, my household is a little bit split because if I'm not wrong, we follow 3 different marja in our household.
Wow.
However, it tends to be like in and around the same sort of time. Me personally, and this is just like my personal thing, as much as I want to wait for the latest day of Ramadan to begin, because as much as you want to step into the holy month, the thought of not eating is a bit difficult. But just taking precaution and just fast on the day just in case. Or I've seen some people take the extent of traveling on the day, which is just fast, bro. Like it's not that hard. But I know someone last year who wasn't sure. His mom and dad were fasting and he wasn't sure, and then he was like, I don't know. Do you know what I'm going to do? Rather than fasting, he decided he's going to drive down to Brighton, spend the day in Brighton before Ramadan begins so he can enjoy the hot dogs. And, well, not hot dogs, but the Belgian waffles and stuff like that. And then come back. But so we do have a little bit of a split. But in general, like it doesn't feel like you can't tell the split's there because the people that aren't fasting aren't going to sit and have a fat lunch in front of everyone.
I don't see.
So my family is a bit different in the sense that my family is distinctly split. My parents and my grandparents follow Sayyid Khuti, and they always have. And then all of us youngsters in the family all followed Sayyid Sistani. So I grew up going to Eid Namaz on Sayyid Khuti's day with my dad. But my family always, I told you, they're used to fasting Rajab and Sha'ban. So it'd be the aspect of we're already fasting in Sha'ban, and the last 3 days my mom would be like to us, just start from now. Even if you're starting with us, just ihtiyat, just do it. Because you're already fasting, so just make the niyat there, just in case there's any misconception.
So Sayyid Khuti, rahmatullah alayh, his office still announces when...
Of course, Sayyid Khuti is very different to Sayyid Sistani's in the sense that Sayyid Khuti, you can take, for example, Tanzania, anyone that shares that aspect of the night.
Okay.
So they normally end up waiting for Tanzania. So my uncles in Tanzania normally message my mum that we're doing it today, or message my dad, or in Uganda, whoever messages first to say that we've seen, we're starting tomorrow. So they normally follow that. I normally wait for example, Stanwell's announcement or the local co-ed announcement. So because I'm following Sayyid Sistani, so naturally
the thing is, with science, right? I think Australia is the most ahead in time, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it goes that way towards the west. So the east sees everything first. But we all have different horizons as well. So some people will be able to see the moon from where they are, and some won't be able to see the moon, and some will see a different moon. So I guess it is legitimate.
The ruling is based on like the amount of time you share at the night. So if I'm not mistaken, Sayyid Sistani is if you share a majority of the night. Sayyid Khuti is if you share any of the night. So then that ruling becomes a bit more flexible in the sense that if they're sharing even a couple of hours and they see the moon, khalas, we have to follow it for them, for my parents. So that was the aspect of we followed. They used to do Amaz. Stanmore did Amaz for 6 nights. Why? Because they did Khuti's Amaz the night before. And it used to be packed. You used to get all the Pakistanis, all the Iraqis, everyone that used to follow Sayyid Khoury.
I remember Shabab and Sabtain, shout out. Their Laylatul Qadr nights were really famous. And once, like, there was 2 different days, and they did 6 nights of Laylatul Qadr, and everyone came to the 6 nights.
Yeah, exactly.
It was so spiritual. It was
and it's beautiful because I think that those 6 nights become very, very heavy because you're doing Mola Shahadat twice. You're doing even the night of Zarbat. It's very heavy because now you've got 2 different styles and stuff. So it's,
yes, I guess. I mean, let's be real. Everyone's entitled to follow which marja they want to follow. That marja has done the best to their ability to announce whether tomorrow is the first of Ramadan or not, and should you be fasting or not. And yeah, there's going to be some discrepancies. There's going to be some different opinions, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world, you know. So I don't really see a big issue in it.
so for a big guy like you, we haven't talked about the main topic.
Oh, big guy like me, yeah. Shots fired.
No.
Says the vegetarian.
Wait, you're a vegetarian?
No, are you mad?
Wait, all good is a vegetarian.
I'm a bro. No chance, bro. Bro,
No, but yeah, you know what?
bro.
I thought we're going to have words there for a second, bro, because I was going to say you're missing out.
One thing is during Ramadan, the suhoor and the fatur, the iftar feasts that we have.
Alhamdulillah.
And I mean, like, in my household, it is not complete without fruit jar and samosa.
Yeah,
If you ain't got samosa, you got fruit jar, the sufra's not complete. Like, you need to bring that out. What about you guys? Like,
Bro, the smell of
Dokra.
samosa brings me to Ramadan.
It does,
Like,
honestly, it does.
It can be like a random day in, I don't know, Dhul Hijjah, and my mum will be making samosas, and that's it. Like, the brain thinks it's Ramadan. But you know, you mentioned the nights, the vibes. Listen, you don't even have to be Muslim. Like, you're like, just forget the whole spirituality side of it, yeah? Do you know them nights where we're either chilling at the mosque? I think I joined... In Al Akbar, they were doing a FIFA tournament once.
Okay.
I went in Hadrian Samuel, your community.
There's a
I don't
Khoja
know,
word for it. It's
you're
called
like hearing
Baraza.
them.
Baraza. It's like your vibes.
Yeah.
You create these vibes. And Ramadan has these vibes naturally. You don't need to do anything. And it could be something spiritual or non-spiritual, but it's just you're together in Ramadan, that community feeling with your boys.
Yeah.
I don't think, even if I chill with my boys on a regular day, but that chill in Ramadan, it hits different.
And it's the nights that just go on, and there's snacks and everyone, and it's just like unmatchable. Like,
tell you what,
this is what I'm looking forward to the most.
shisha cafes are packed. Every night there's people in there, like, the same people as well. I'm like, whoa, like, how much shisha can you smoke? Like, that's
Do you think people follow not their haram vices, but those sort of vices more in Ramadan than outside? Because I know certain people, mashallah, are quite big, but they probably eat more calories in Ramadan than outside.
Yeah, fair.
Maybe.
Like, in the sense, you think people go shisha
I
more
think-
in Ramadan because in the day they really need something and they can't have chips or a burger or a drink or whatever it is.
Possibly.
So because they need something so badly, they think shisha's going to hit the spot.
Possibly. I don't know. But hope you guys are enjoying the discussion. Thank you to all of you vibers for vibing with us, supporting the Shia Vibes podcast. But your work ain't over yet. Whether you're subscribing, make sure you share, like, and definitely comment in the comment section. Whether it's TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, make sure you're commenting. If you've got a suggestion, a topic you want us to discuss, or if you have an opinion that you think we should share or we should comment on, put it in. Tell us. You might be saying that, you know what, we want you to talk about this topic, or I don't like what you said there. Doesn't matter. Your opinion counts, and we're more than happy to discuss it on our podcast. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, like, share, and also comment. And inshallah, who knows, you might be here on the Shia Vibes podcast set. Keep vibing with us. The whole social aspect of it, I really enjoy. Yeah. So you're gonna go. You're gonna, you have your iftar. You might go to the mosque to do iftar. You pray together, a bit of Qur'an, this and that, and then everyone's gonna chill for a bit, for a nice hour, 2 hours. All the boys are there. We're sitting. Food's being, delivered or ordered, and we're just talking. And we're talking about, religion. We're talking about world politics. We're talking about the football, and it's just a really nice.
I think it's one of the
community
best
vibe.
times if you're, for example, an outsider in a community to integrate into a community.
Yeah.
I've seen so many people who didn't know a single person at Istanbul. I'm saying Istanbul because I generally go to Istanbul. And after Ramadan, suddenly they're so well integrated into the community. This guy is now being invited to weddings, this, that. And I mean in the sense that he could have been nobody in terms of been an outsider in the sense he never attended a center, but he feels welcomed. And that's what Ramadan is about. You feel welcomed.
Yeah.
You could be whatever culture, whatever community. If you attend somebody's mosque in Ramadan, they don't make you feel welcomed, they're doing Ramadan wrong in my opinion.
Yeah, the chilling I think is very important in Ramadan, and it helps a lot. And like you said, you can invite new people, make new friends.
And, sorry, the other thing was seeing people that you haven't seen in a long time. That's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
thing, because like, for example, if you're holding an iftar, and imagine I haven't seen you in the year. Unfortunately, I get stuck on this show with you. I'm joking. I love you, man. I love it. I look forward to it. We just banter about Fulham. But anyways,
Oh, it's not a serious club, man.
Is it? Oh yeah.
let's not get into the whole football
says the
conversation.
Scousers who are
It's not a
from
good time for
Liverpool.
us. But in Ramadan, it would be like, for example, I'll make that mission of driving up to North because someone will be holding an iftar. We'll see each other, we chill together, and genuinely, for a lot of the people that I see, that's the time of the year I get to chill with them.
Yeah.
And I love it. It's nice.
I don't know about you guys, but one thing I love about Ramadan is Dua Ep32. Like,
Dua
it makes
Ep32.
the night.
The opening.
Yeah, it's my favorite dua because it's such a short dua, maybe 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But it's one of those duas that, especially in the last 10 nights when you recite Ya Mulayn al-Hadid li Dawuda and all these extra little components of it, you're connected to Ahlulbayt in that dua. You're asking Allah for mercy and rahmah and the importance of this month. And Ya Allah, we only get this month once a year. Let's make the most. So that dua is kind of telling you the essence of Ramadan. That, Ya Allah, we have this month for 30 days. Let's appreciate it. Let's make the most of it. And that kind of makes me like, that links to me personally. I don't know.
Do you feel like this calmness in Ramadan? Like, I'll be honest, not last night, 15th of Sha'ban, I felt it a little bit.
Cool.
And I think it was a little bit of a teaser in the sense of the spirituality that you're going to feel. And you mentioned Dua Iftar, and I feel like there was a particular time last year where, I don't know how they do it at your mosques, but in Haydri, they'll dim the lights during du'as and stuff
Okay.
like that. And like, everyone's just in their own little zone connected to the dua. And
Yeah.
because the lights are dimmer, maybe it's less distractions in the hall and you feel a little bit more connected spiritually. And we've got, alhamdulillah, some fantastic reciters.
Yeah.
But there's this really like strong calmness. I know that's a bit of an oxymoron.
Do you know
but-
what? You're right, but that also has a lot to play with the environment. We live in London, and have you noticed during Ramadan how quiet London is?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
The
Muzzies
streets
are
are
taking
quiet.
over, bro.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Seriously, Islam
Yeah.
is probably, I would say, the first or second biggest religion in London.
In London, it is. Yeah.
Right? You have every community. You have the North African community, the African community. You've got the Middle Eastern community.
Somalis as well, which make
Yeah,
a good number,
part of
etc.
Africa.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
You've got
He said East Africa.
we've got the the Kosovans and the Chechens.
yeah.
We have
Yeah,
their
yeah.
community. The
Yeah, a lot of
Turkish,
Albanians, you have a lot
yeah,
of
the
Turks,
Albanians,
yeah.
and everyone's fasting, and you will see that the streets of London are just quiet. There's hardly any traffic. It changes when it's like Tarawih time, but there's
But
it's gonna-
we're saying that stuff. Like, I shouldn't say like this. Like, as much as we don't practice Tarawih and stuff, but you know what I like about it in the sense that like it's a community thing. The same thing. Ramadan is all about community. It's this essence of you're involved, you're integrated in things which you wouldn't be integrated in throughout the year.
Yeah.
I know, like you said, you'll see people who haven't come to mosque throughout the year, and he's coming just because it's Laylatul Qadr nights.
Oh yeah, and have you ever been stuck in traffic at 3 a.m, 4 a.m?
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
on
yeah.
Laylatul
Only on
Qadr.
Laylatul Qadr, man.
Wow.
It's
In
mad.
Ramadan, yeah, 100%.
I remember once I was driving through Norbury, I think it was, and very big Muslim population in Norbury, and I was stuck in traffic, and it's like 3 a.m. I was like, when else does this ever happen? Because I think their Tarawih or whatever had just ended. I don't know, whatever, but yeah, it
That's
was.
an event. That's
Yeah.
an event.
And you mentioned it earlier in the podcast about Qur'an, yeah. And you know, I realized that so many youth, they fall in love with the Qur'an in Ramadan.
Yeah.
And me personally, I think there's times where throughout the year, I shouldn't say I forget it, but I'll recite the same surahs in my namaz and stuff. Because it's Ramadan, I'm like, let me try a different surah. Let me do this. Let me recite Surah Teen, Surah Balad.
Spice it up a little.
Yeah. I recited yesterday. I remember it. Let me just... And it sounds silly, but that connection with the Qur'an suddenly comes, I recited this
have to.
ayat. It
It's
sounds so interesting.
It's
Let me go
so
and look it up.
important. The advice I give to all the youth, I'm like, whenever you're in trouble, whenever you need to talk to God, right, get the Quran, right, send salawat, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then ask Allah, say, talk to me. Open the Quran at whatever page you follow, like an istikhara, and start reading, and then read as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to you directly. And trust me, your relationship with Allah, your relationship with the Quran will change phenomenally. And every time you may be going through whatever you're going through, depression, anxiety, grief, I don't know, just overwhelmed with emotion, whatever you're going through, those verses that will come and the way Allah is speaking to you is directly, for you, tailored for you, and it will definitely give you some sort of guidance, some sort of peace. And even if you're not going through anything, just do it to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you will see Allah is talking to you. And it's always, when I do it, especially when there's nothing going on in my life, I'm calm, everything's good, and I just want to read Quran. And I like to read daily, even if it's 3 or 4 verses or something. There's a lot about praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's a lot that comes up on staying away from haram. There's a lot that comes up on those being rewarded for doing good. And there's there's always an emphasis about remembering who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, and you know, to uphold your akhlaq at the most highest level that you can. So yeah, brothers and sisters, if you can, definitely, I'd really recommend you guys do that.
That by the way is making me anticipate Ramadan a lot more.
I'm
Like-
already feeling. I'm already ready, man.
Just
I'm
try
ready.
it.
I'm ready.
Trust me, it will change your relationship with Allah and your
Inshallah,
Quran,
man. And-
for the better.
And we pray that all of us in the holy month can get closer to Allah, because I think maybe that's where that calmness comes from, that connection that you're talking about comes from, is that trying to become closer with our Creator.
Inshallah. Finally, I want to talk about, have you done Ramadan anywhere else except London? Have you done it outside the country?
Yeah.
What was it like? We'll start off with Mr. Jigani.
No,
Are you
it's
sure?
not. Go
Go on,
on,
go on.
So
hear
I
yours.
was blessed to do it in Tanzania,
Okay.
and it's amazing. You know, we say that London is something. When you do it in a country like that, where majority of the local population is Muslim, be it Sunni, be it whatever, Memon, some of them are Wahhabi, some of them are Shia, but the community itself comes together. You can be in the street, and the guy that's a vendor on the street, he'll see you're walking just 5 minutes before, brother, take something to eat. It literally feels like you're in a Muslim country.
Yeah.
And when I did Atmal, the Atmal nights, the beauty of it is you're doing it under an open sky. Because it's African countries, it's a hot country, so you do it open sky, and you're seeing the stars dazzling as they're reciting
whole
these names of Allah
different
subhanahu wa
vibe.
ta'ala.
That's sick.
You're reciting Joshna Kabir, and there's
Wow.
literally just this hawa over you.
That's a vibe, man.
Yeah, it's different.
Wow.
It's just something special. And it's like one of those traditional feelings where you're disconnected. Bro, I wouldn't use my phone. Like in UK, you end up sitting on your phone for a bit. I don't think I even sat on my phone. You're so connected. And these youth, some of them, they go out and they feed some of the locals who can't afford food and stuff. And I saw the way they do it. They go break their iftar, and then to prep them for sehri, they've got boxes of chicken every single day and shawarma and stuff. They don't sit by them. They go and sit with those people so they feel as a part of the community. They put a sufra on the street. And all these people who can't afford, they've told them that every day there's going to be food. And the beauty is that I think I saw people who may not have been the most wealthy, who may not have had the most things, but they were taking part to make sure every single person got a meal. And I don't want to give a shout out to a particular person, but there's one auntie, I have to give, may Allah bless her. Throughout the year, there's a mosque opposite her house. She provides food for that mosque. In Ramadan, she cooks 3-4 times the amount that she provides of food, and she tells the mosque, I know a lot of you can't afford. Whatever you, make sure everybody gets food today. Make sure people, even if somebody passes the mosque, you see he's hungry, you give him food. So that's the spiritual connection I see in other countries. That's what I saw in Tanzania. And I see that in London, but not at the level I saw it in Africa, I think.
That's cool. I'm not gonna lie. Doing it in Tanzania sounds like a vibe.
It is. It's, I promise you something special.
I've been lucky to, because I used to live in Dubai, so I did.
Okay, yeah.
So I did a few Ramadans out there, and I think times have changed a little bit over there. They've become a bit more westernized. But when I was there, it wasn't so much. And I remember during the day, all the food places were closed. The fast food places used to have a curtain up, and any of the expats or non-Muslims that ordered food they have to go behind the curtain to eat. And everything's open till ridiculous o'clock. You could go to the mall at 3 a.m, and it is busy. Like no one really has, because for them obviously they're doing their Atmal at night, etc. Between that and Fajr time, there's not much to do. And over there the nights were a little bit longer than they were over here during summer, and the day is so hot, so everyone sleeps throughout the day. And the malls are shut.
I heard
and then everything opens at
the
night.
working day is shorter as well.
Way
It's half,
shorter.
innit?
Even
Half a day.
I was at school at the time. School used to start at, if I'm not wrong, 8 o'clock and finish at 1
Okay.
throughout the whole month.
Do they do this thing like after Asr or after Zohar, everyone comes to take a nap for a bit?
Siesta.
So
Yeah,
maybe
like a
like a work thing, but not in my school. In my school, but obviously we took so much advantage of it being Ramadan, because I think people do that over here anyways. But the teachers were so like chilled, no homework to be set during Ramadan.
Fair enough.
Obviously we did our work that was required, but the other thing was just the life. I don't know how to explain it. The buzz about everything during the holy month of Ramadan. There was a guy in our area. I saw it on the newspaper. I didn't see it myself, but he had set up a fridge outside of his house.
Okay.
And obviously, there's a lot of labor workers out there, and all the food that his wife was making, she would make extra. And like you were saying, to help out people, he'd put it in the fridge, and anyone that wanted would just come and take food, etc. And giving to the neighbors. The amount of food the neighbors would come and give to
do you
us.
know
And I used to
what?
live next to Emiratis.
Yeah.
And they were like, these
Hospitable.
Emiratis in particular were extremely hospitable. Like they would give us so much food, and I was like, look, I love you guys, yeah, but nothing's beating desi food in Ramadan. Because I'm filling myself up on samosas, yeah. But it was a whole different experience. And saying that, by the way, you mentioned something about over here which made me realize something. In London, where we've got a large Muslim population, last year I went out for iftar a few times, and obviously you would go to the restaurant like maybe like 20 minutes before, half an hour before, and it's become like a normal thing. I went to like what you would call a white restaurant, and they had dates.
Mitch-
And
Yeah,
they were
yeah,
like,
June,
oh
always.
yeah, they were like,
Oh.
oh, would you like
Okay,
dates
you
and stuff like that?
fasting,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
they
and you've
were-
got like this random like I don't know Stacy or whatever saying, oh, would you like to have a date to break your fast?
No, but do you know what it is that because the West does a lot of business with the Middle East,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
some of their high-profile clients are Muslim and Arab. They are, they are well, what's
I
the
mean,
word?
if anyone
Cultured
wants
and informed.
if anyone
about
wants
the-
that like Middle Eastern or African experience of doing Ramadan abroad, just go to Edgware Road.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
It's 24/7.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, I wanted to ask you before. I know just before. Did you ever go watch the sunrise? Like it was a big thing in these sort of
No,
countries.
but we it used to be a thing like going to the beach.
Yeah,
after
everyone used to go,
Maghrib.
even in Tanzania, after Maghrib, they'd go to the beach or just before sunrise and then watch the sun come out of the water. It was such a
That's
big
sick.
thing.
I
Like
never
in these
did
sort of
that.
countries, they love to do that. Where have you done Ramadan?
Pakistan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
The
okay.
whole month.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was
Mashallah.
there. I was out there for my. So I did Shia Voice season 2.
Okay.
Do you remember that I had to fly out because
Yeah,
my
yeah,
cousin's wedding, and then you took over the last 2 days.
Last
for
few
me.
nights, yeah.
Yeah. So I flew out there, did my cousin's wedding, and about 2-3 days later, Ramadan started. And I did the whole of Ramadan in Pakistan. And
You must have loved it.
That is something else, man. Like, so the daytime is it's dead. There's no
Okay.
one out on the streets or nothing, right? And you're like, okay. And everyone sleeps during the daytime. People do go to work and stuff, but mainly people are sleeping. And then at those times, iftar was like 6:30, 7 o'clock. 5 o'clock, you step out onto the street. It's packed.
Yeah,
It is mad rush. Everyone is running to get food and this and that. There's traffic. It's
I bet
like,
the smell an hour
Yeah.
before iftar is nuts.
I was just looking at where did these people come from? It was like derelict before, like, a couple of hours ago, and it's just so busy. You do iftar, everyone eats and this and that, whatever, and then you go onto the streets. Everyone's playing cricket.
No
Oh,
way.
yeah.
Everyone is playing cricket from like 9 o'clock to 1, 2 in the morning.
They
mad.
probably got like tournaments and everything
Yeah,
running,
I'm
like
talking
Ramadan
on
cricket
one
tournaments.
road, there's 4 games going on.
Did you get to
cars
play?
are going by? Yeah, I
Yeah,
played. Of course
fair,
I played. And it's just cricket everywhere you look. Everyone's playing cricket, and I'm thinking, what's going on? And I guess it's like cricket or Tarawih. And there's cricket, and I was like, yeah, good choice. So yeah, there's a lot of cricket happening. Also, I like later Qadr and Istishhad Amir al-Mu'mineen. We go to the mosque, to the Imam Barga. There's a big majlis. It's packed. It's hot, and you know what I mean. And it's crazy. It has to be a taboot, and it has to be
Do the
Mata.
streets fill up for like bar guys and stuff?
It
during
depends
Ramadan?
where you go. In my city, there are certain. We have one of the oldest Imam Bargas in the city. It's quite famous as well. That gets like fully packed. Like people are sitting in the road
Mashallah.
because
Okay.
there's so many people coming. But it's not the only one. Rawalpindi, alhamdulillah, there's a lot of Imam Bargas. There's a big Shia community there, and every single one is just ram packed. And you've got some like in Islamabad. You've got some. Shah and Chak is probably the most famous one, and that's like the main center or official. It's where the Jummah happens as
Fair
well.
enough, okay.
So everyone goes down there, but even other mokibs and sangats will have their own like tents set up in parks, and you can just attend that one. Yeah, they just have a stage with a mic, big speakers, and there's like thousands upon thousands of people coming and stuff like that. It's good.
I don't
That's
want to try that. That's got to be
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Shia vibes on
No,
tour. Let's
speaking
try
all of this is giving me
Yeah.
proper like Ramadan vibes already.
So alhamdulillah, we've got Ramadan expectations, moon sighting. Now we're full in focus. Where we're like we're fasting. We've done Laylatul Qadr, and what happens towards the end? Because there's another fight.
This is where the moon sighting beef starts again.
There's another one that are we fasting tomorrow or not? And for those of you who are not fasting, what are you guys doing to prepare for Eid?
Let's start with you, Sayyid. Come on.
Me. Okay, so the first thing is it Eid tomorrow or not? I don't care. I'm fasting and I'm traveling. Right?
Okay, fair.
That's standard. Yeah.
Oh, is it actually
Insurance.
like-
Insurance option.
100%. I'm
Okay,
fasting
fair enough.
and I'm going to drive to High Wycombe, right, on the
Yeah,
A40,
nice.
open my fast and come back.
Okay.
Right? That's 100%. Because we're never too sure.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
happened to me, I'm not even joking, it's happened to me that it was not announced that it was Eid tomorrow, and we got a phone call at 4 or 5 in the morning. Oh, the moon's been sighted. It's Eid today, and the mosque is gonna have the Eid prayers.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
make sure you turn up at 4 in the morning. They told us, so it can happen that it's late. So first of all, I check has my manager announced it or not. If he hasn't announced it, no problem. It's going to be 30 days. I'm still going to drive and open it just in case.
Yeah, yeah.
It's also happened that Amarja said it's not Eid, and then later, we made a mistake. It was You know what I mean? So
Just for your safety, fair enough.
just for safety, that. And if I am celebrating Eid, if it is going to be Eid and the mosque is doing the prayers and everything, get my clothes ready, the whole family all together. We're at like 5, 6 in the morning. We're going to go to the first prayer. Has to be the first prayer.
Yeah, it has to be fresh.
Have to get there for the first prayer, which is like 6:30. Pray and everything, and then there's a breakfast. Oh, there's a banquet. It was so nice. Hummus, yogurt, donuts, pastries, bread, different types of juices, tea. It's just a fat spread, like a buffet in a tent, and everyone's going and eating, and it's nice. Then I go home and sleep the whole day.
Yeah, because your clock's so
Bro,
messed up, innit?
You're cooked.
The thing is, though, I mean, it's in Ramadan. At the beginning, you're okay. Then it gets a bit difficult. The last 4 or 5 days, you just
I think
want to
post
finish.
Laylatul Qadr, you're gassed
so
out.
tired.
Really, I'll be
You're
honest, mine's a little
tired.
bit different. I think maybe because of the Laylatul Qadr nights, it's like once they've passed, there's a few days left of Ramadan, and maybe like you're yearning for that so much that you're trying to take what you can left off the month.
Yeah.
And I don't know, to be honest, like you kind of want it to end, but then I also feel sad that it's ending.
I think you cry more. I don't know about you guys. I start crying more like once Laylatul Qadr is finished because I know Ramadan is ending.
Yeah,
Like there'll be
It's-
that more heartbreak starts to
do you
kick
know what
in.
you say? You know, after Laylatul Qadr, the last night, it's like downhill from there.
Yeah.
Because Ramadan is positioned in such a way like, okay, you got the first of Ramadan, the beginning. Then you've got like Imam Hassan's birthday to look forward to. You have these little milestones.
I agree,
Once
I agree,
you pass
yeah.
Imam Hassan's birthday, then you're like, okay, now we've got Amirul
Amirul
Mu'mineen's
Mu'mineen
Istishhad to
yeah,
come. We've got Laylatul Qadr. That's another milestone. And then it's like, oh, it's a week left now. And then
but I
it's just,
think in typical Shia fashion, as soon as Eid Day hits, it's like the countdown to Muharram.
Yeah.
There's like it just feels like there's a bit of a gap in between in that sense.
especially the other Eid that we do for Hajj. Is it Eid al-Adha, they call it? Yeah, Eid al-Adha. That is, I think, especially in the Pakistani community, that hits us hard because we know that, okay, Muharram is just around the corner. And we always remember about Abdullah Hussein, he changed his niyyah from Hajj to Umrah
Yeah, exactly.
to leave because they were coming to attack him there. So, that Eid is significant for
Quite
us.
heavy, yeah.
It's quite heavy, yeah. That's the right word. It's quite heavy. And also that Eid is mainly for Hajjis. It's not really for like the common folk.
Nah, that's
If
a
you-
banging need, bro.
If you go Hajj and you go, oh, is it?
Yeah, because thing is, we always get leg of lamb. So we have a thing. It's either biryani or leg of lamb. So Ramadan's always been biryani.
Ah.
What,
And
as in
then-
you mean at the mosque or at home?
No, home. My,
home,
my
yeah, okay,
daddy
okay.
mom makes, my mom makes, and like, oh, it's leg of lamb, and that one's always leg of lamb. So that's,
Mashallah.
that's it. I don't know about you guys. Like, I agree in the sense that it has to be first shift. My family always prepare. See, I told you, my parents, they follow Sayyid Khuti. So because they follow Sayyid Khuti, generally used to be the day before. So my dad would go to Eid Namaz by himself, or we would go with him when we were much younger and we weren't baligh yet. We would go and do Eid with him. And there'd be these uncles who'd bring like bear umbala and like different types of like
Matai.
different types of mitai and different types of baklava and this and that, just to open it, and you get coffee. Stanmore's
You
traditional.
don't
thing
like mitai?
No, I don't like Matai.
Really?
I'll eat a bit of gajrela.
Nah.
I don't like
nah.
barfi or patisa.
No, see, it has to be like, for me,
Like,
I'm a laddu
for
guy.
me, like it's just like take bits off everything.
Yeah, you gotta try a little bit, but I'm a laddu guy. I love a laddu.
Oh,
yeah,
horrible.
a motichur, bro. A little motichur
Rasmalai.
laddu.
Rasmalai is
Come on,
nice.
bro.
I like Ras Malai.
Oh, gulab jamun. Nah?
Nah,
Yeah,
nah, nah.
bro. I'm not
Straight,
gonna like
bro.
anything with sugar. in
Yeah,
it.
bro. Anything
As
sweet,
long as it's
bro.
not licorice, I'm happy, bro.
Too
Straight,
sweet.
bro.
Too sweet.
Hey, you can tell he's getting old when he says such things.
Yeah.
Bro. The uncle vibes are hitting, bro.
No, but for us, oh yeah, sorry, carry on.
Nah, so it has to be Stanmore's coffee first thing in the morning, straight after the Naman.
Coffee. Don't even check on it.
No, they
So,
always do
by the
coffee.
way, I don't think many non-Khojas know this, yeah? So Khojas have this thing where throughout the whole year, they'll serve chai,
Chai,
but
yeah,
on
yeah.
Wiladats and on Eid, it's coffee.
Coffee, and it's current
And it
coffee.
always
It's
catches
not
me
even
by
like-
surprise. Like, bro,
Why?
I've been...
The thing is, you know what it is?
It's just
I
like,
don't know
oh,
what
guys,
makes
we're
sense
happy
about it.
today. Here's some coffee.
We get, for us, it's chai, and then the odd occasion you get the pink Kashmiri chai,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
But this coffee bangs, you know, the thing is, it's made in the same way by the same people for about 30
But
years.
just the tea bag is different from the coffee.
Literally, bro. But I think it's top tier vibes. And then you go home. Now, we go home and there's like a huge... Everyone's coming. My granddad is the oldest. So everyone used to come see us. But then my dad is the oldest grandson. So he has to go see everyone. So we have to go with him. So what ends up happening is we have a huge breakfast. My mom will make like 3 different types of eggs and pancakes and this and that. So we'll eat breakfast. And then my dad wants to sleep. So he'll sleep. So then we knock out for a bit. And then basically after Zohar, we have to go see all the elders before they all end up coming to our house. Because obviously my dad is the oldest, so we have to go with him. So it's become a tradition that we go see all like my dad's uncles, my dad's aunties, go give hearth, go give thingy, go give a little Eid to little kids. Then everyone starts coming to us. So what happens is that there's a little gap where we eat quickly, and then everyone starts coming to you.
Oh, wow.
But yeah.
Do you end up eating too much on Eid?
100%.
So my Eid day is a little bit different in the sense that no way first shift yet, not happening in my
Really?
household yet.
Really?
But
That's fine.
I think the thing where you said about eating too much on Eid day, like you're like, when I get to mosque, when this, like, you know, when you're doing the qanuts in namaz, yeah,
That's 9
instead of,
qanuts.
yeah, and then you're like, bro, I'm smashing that table when this is done, yeah, because I am eating, yeah, because it's hard to eat in the morning because your system's not used to it.
Yeah.
And then you have like 2 spoons and you're full and you're like, oh, that was an anticlimax, isn't it? And then like all these uncles coming with the mitai and this and that. And you're having like little bits of everything. But I get stuff so quickly. With us, by the way, it's a busy day because it's like, we'll go for the second shift, which is busy, like busy at Haidery. I'm sure all the communities are the same. And then they'll have all the food and everyone's chilling there talking. And usually everyone's just chit-chatting until Dhuhr time. Then they'll pray Salat al-Dhuhr and then everyone kind of goes home. A lot of people leave before that. For us, we go home. My grandma's the oldest as well, so everyone comes to my house. And my house is near the mosque, so my house becomes like a mokib of some essence.
Routine stop.
And we've got all the food laid out, people coming in and out. It's nice. We get to see everyone, welcome everyone home. It's a blessing to do on the day of Eid. Then it's go to the qabristan, as in go to the graveyard first, or my other grandparents. My other grandparents are Sunnis, so it doesn't normally clash, but when it does, it's perfect. If not, then I just have 3 days of Eid. And I mean, we always, even if it's our Eid day and it's not theirs, days will usually be before, we'll still go and visit and stuff like that.
Nice.
Then all that side of the family are all there. Then I have to do all of that. Then if I haven't gone to the graveyard yet, then back. And then everyone starts coming home again for things.
Qabristan is most packed on Eid day. When you're suddenly I'm seeing people like, mashallah, every other cupboard there's somebody there. Mashallah, that's sick.
But it's a blessed day, man. Honestly, a blessed day.
MashaAllah.
I think we're very lucky in the sense the way that Islam is set up. We have all these highs and lows, but the highs and lows are such that they each have a different feeling.
100.
I don't know if Khushali doesn't feel the same as Eid. It's very different essence.
Final thoughts, because Ramadan is very, very close. Anything you want to say to the viewers?
I just want to say, if you're not ready for the month of Ramadan, make sure you get ready. If you're not Muslim, by the way, just join the vibes. Find a local mosque. Just join in the vibes, the iftar, the seri, or the suhoor, or the futabola, or the whatever you want to call it. Futabola is Bengali, by the way. I just learned that last year. But make sure you make the most out of this Ramadan. You don't know if it's going to come again. And like you said, a night equivalent to 1,000 months, or more than 1,000 months. Make sure you make the most of it.
To be honest, all I'd say is to any youth who feels that throughout the year they don't have a connection with the Qur'an, use this month to get to know the Qur'an. Even if you take one surah or even one verse and spend some time analyzing that verse and build a relationship with the Qur'an this month. And like Sayyid Mohsin said, even if you just open the page and then start reading, this is a beautiful month to fall in love with the Qur'an, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much to our two guests. And my final thought to the viewers is that Ramadan is a time of mercy where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you such ample opportunity to create rewards. So make sure you gain the best and benefit from it. And it's always a time for you to reflect on yourself and to improve yourself. The door of repentance is always open with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We're all human, we make mistakes, but we must keep on continuing to better and progress and, make ourselves the most perfect that we can in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So use Ramadan for that, inshallah. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the viewers. Big shout out to the team behind the screen. Muhammad Fahad, Salman Bai, Muhammad Rida, Amir Raza Zevrix, the whole team here at Imam Hussein TV. And inshallah, we'll be back with another discussion here on the Shia Vibes podcast.